Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. If there's anybody else that isn't included in all of that, welcome. Glad you could join us here. We have a little bit of fun with the Arabian Horse Reading Literacy Project. Essentially what that means is we're out looking to motivate kids to want to read. We want to provide them with an exhilarating experience, a safe experience with a horse. We would then want them to feel so comfortable with these horses that they'll settle right in and actually read to the horse. What you're going to see today is we've got a couple of activities set up, and we've got a group of kids who are going to come in and join us. And they're going to go through these activities, and once we've gone through them, and I'll kind of talk through it so you know what's going on, then they're going to go and read one at a time to the horse. We're going to set one horse up down in this corner and another horse down in that far corner. So watch carefully the reaction of the horses. Watch the kids. We find with so many kids, they're often described as non-functional readers, and yet snuggle up to a horse and start reading, you swear they've been reading for years. The horse is very non-judgmental. We have some rules within the reading program. These rules are both for parents, for teachers, and for very competent instructors that I have working with us in the program. And that is when a kid, and I don't mean to use the word kid loosely, it's kid in quotation marks. There are a very special group, and we call them our kids. When the kids are reading to the horses, there is no prompting. We do not prompt the kids. If they come to a word, and we explain this to them, you come to a word, you don't understand it, give it a try. And then just keep carrying on. Because you know, the horse is just glad you're here spending some time reading with him. We have found that to be one of the most incredible and critical elements of helping kids be comfortable reading. Don't pick at them. Don't keep bugging them about words. Let them give it a try and carry on. I want to introduce you to a good friend of mine. This nice bay horse here, his name is Trifon. Trifon is an Arabian stallion, and he's actually the chief executive officer of the reading program. Trifon and I travel to schools. When a class signs up and say they want to be a part of the program, Trifon and I will go to the school, and we'll meet the kids. We'll talk a little bit about horses to the kids. We'll talk about reading to the kids. And then we leave a big picture, poster, banner, a picture of Trifon in the classroom so the kids can practice reading to Trifon. And then about 3 to 4 weeks later, they come out to the farm. Each kid will have an opportunity to come and touch Trifon and meet him. The whole connection is they touch the horse, they're handed their own books, and it's their very own hardcover book for them to keep forever. We encourage the kids to start thinking about their own library, their own personal library. If they don't already have one, let this hardcover book be their first book. So the concept of the touch, the concept of the book is very powerful. Teachers tell me that these kids just talk about Trifon non-stop for the next 3 to 4 weeks as they prepare for their visit out to the farm. We work with kids who are in grade 1 and 2 and grade 4. And last spring, we just introduced a preschool program where we're talking with 4 and 5-year-olds. And the idea for those age groups is 4 and 5-year-olds, they're just getting ready and into reading. So why not get with them then? Why not start motivating them and encouraging them how wonderful reading is and bring them out? We changed the activities just a little bit for them. We couldn't find a good book, so we wrote our own. And the book is called See Sox, and that's Sox. And Sox's picture is all over that book, pictures of his mouth and of his feet and of his tail and his mane. So when the kids practice reading about Sox, then they come out to the farm, they actually get to see him, and he is Mr. Personality. They never forget Sox. Trifon remains the poster boy of grades 1 and 2 and grades 4. Grade 1 and 2, kids are getting into reading. They're starting to do it. What better time to try and motivate them to, this is fun, let's keep doing it, and by connecting them with the horse. It seems to work. Grade 4 is a very particular time because there is so much influence. Social networking today, video games. We still want to come right back and help kids understand reading is one of the most wonderful things you can do. You can go into all kinds of adventures when you get into a book. So that's what we do. When the kids come out to the farm, we set up activity centers. I've got some great kids here today. Through the tube. Go fast. Come and get your horse. And your cowboy hat. Put your cowboy hat on. What's your horse's name? Trigger. Okay, Trigger it is. Now as fast as you can, through the hula hoops and down and get a letter in that tail. That's right. Nathaniel, you ready for this? Or Noah, ready to go? Through the hoop. There's your horse over there. There's your cowboy hat. Good job, good job. Sidney, could you hold that cookie sheet there? Right on, as fast as you can. Let's do a hand gallop back. Good boy. Someone should get proper fitting hats, eh? Good boy. All right, let's walk over and see if we can unscramble these letters so far. What do you think that spells? They spelled poser. What do you think it would be? Ah, horse. There's an amazing mental process that go on as these kids are reading to the horses. You'll notice sometimes the horses will really put their head down, and sometimes they'll even nibble at the side of the bench. Imagine the concentration that's required to keep on reading while this 1,000-pound animal is hovering over you. It takes a fair amount of courage to do it. One of the things we hear from teachers all the time is they can't get over the amount of courage that kids show when they come, even just in situations like this. With a lot of times, the kids are going to go through 4 activity centers at the barn. Usually after the first 2, they're getting pretty good at the book, and they're reading a paragraph or 2. We'll do things like have the kids turn their books upside down so the horse can see it, and you read to the horse. So now we've just created a different structure where they have to, the mental process is huge for them to do it. Of course, once one kid does it, everybody's going to do it. We usually have the kids read a paragraph or a couple of paragraphs just so they get into a little. We totally underestimated the value of touch. Some of these kids who are coming from the city, some come from the country, have never touched an animal before. They've never had any contact with an animal. So that tactile experience is huge. Those of us who are involved in horses, we kind of take it for granted. We find great therapy in grooming our horses. But for what these kids are experiencing, they're getting to touch one of these animals. It's amazing energy that flows. The Sox book that we have is actually a level reader. It's appropriate for preschool age. And let's just back in against the semester. It's a level reader. The grade 1 and 2 books we use are actually Walter Carley's books. The guy who wrote The Black Stallion. Black Stallion. I'll be by the Arabian booth as we complete our session here. If you have any questions, I'll be delighted to talk to you. And bring your kids over to the stall. If any of you people here want to come over and read to our horses, both Trifon and Sox are in their stalls, and you're more than welcome. Thank you, kids. Appreciate you coming and spending some time.